The Importers Association of Nigeria (IMAN) has rejected the Nigerian Customs Service's implementation of a 4% free on-board levy, describing it as an economically dangerous policy that threatens both industries and consumers. This stance was articulated during IMAN's national executive meeting on Wednesday, September 10, 2025, at the Southwest Zonal Secretariat in Apapa, Lagos. Speaking at the meeting, the acting national president and chairman of the Board of Trustees, Chief Gilbert Obi, issued a stark warning, stressing that the new levy tripled the former 1% Comprehensive Import Supervision Scheme (CISS). He argued that customs modernization program anchored on the Bodogo platform does not justify such a burden.
The 4% FOB levy by the Nigerian Customs Service, a policy blunder. The central controversy is the federal government plan to replace existing port charges with a new 4% free on board FOB levy on imports. Nigeria is an import dependent nation. This levy will instantly hike the cost of gas, spare parts, machinery, raw materials, crippling industries, and punishing consumers. Prices are biting. A 2006 Toyota Corolla cost between 6 to 9 million. Clearing agents who once paid 250,000 naira for license renewal must now cough out 4 million naira. New freight forwarding license have jumped from 500,000 naira to 10 million. The 4% levy is commercially dangerous. It's economically dangerous. The 4% FOB levy is much higher than the 1% its CISS it replaces.
In addition to policy issues, IMAN leaders addressed internal rifts within the organization. Obi acknowledged that factional conflict had diminished their influence and noted that the next meeting was intended to reconcile these divisions. Speaking through the Vice President of IMAN, Dr. Ndubuisi George Okoro at the meeting, the Southwest Zonal Chairman, Dr. Austin Kelly, described the meeting as the beginning of a new chapter for IMAN. He reflected on the association's establishment in 2007 to unify importers and safeguard their investments. Kelly expressed concerns that the Customs Bordeaux Trail had led to significant delays and losses.
Importers have already counted their losses. Similarly, we are disturbed by the recently introduced the Odogu technology. Though with time that will normalize it to normalize, which is currently being tested. The accompanying system disruption has led to the accumulation of demurrage and storage charges on our consignments in the port. As we speak, there is no assurances for immediate solution to this problem. But in due time, I believe this one will be. In view of these policies and other biases among government agencies, and most of our importers are almost out of business, and some are currently considering to relocate to our neighboring countries.
The Director General of IMAN Task Force, Ambassador Chijioke Okoro, criticized the lack of consultation prior to the levy's introduction. He warned that if the situation remains unresolved, the levy and the system disruptions could lead to increased costs and drive more businesses out of Nigeria.
Importation in Nigeria is the second highest revenue generation in Nigeria. And if government is considering anything against it or against importers, the umbrella body, being the Importers Association of Nigeria, should be consulted. Custom cannot just stay anywhere and impose tax or increase tax without consulting the umbrella body. just as he rightly said, the 4% FOB levy by the Nigerian customs. My advice that he shouldn't fly, they shouldn't implement it. That is not how things are being done. The people we are dealing with are businessmen. They bought them, they pay duties. And if you want to take increase any tax as a government agent, the organization should be consulted. You know, we have been good law-abiding citizens working with government, but customs are driving this into a stage to start protesting. We have what it takes to take some actions, just like Nigeria Labour Congress. If importers shut down the ports, we know the loss government will face. And we don't want to go into that system with them. The only appeal we have for them is to withdraw this 4% FOB. It will affect a lot of importers. That is my candid advice to customs. Because if they continue, if they insist on that, they have the Importers Association of Nigeria to contend with, who protect it and protect our member.
Vice President of Clarion Shipping West Africa Limited, Mrs. Bernardine Eloka, urged importers to patronize indigenous shipping lines to reduce capital flight and boost the local economy.
Without you people, it cannot be the existence of shipping companies, content creators, clearing agents at large. It's you guys that open the doors of businesses for all of us. So in a nutshell, we are here, Clarion Shipping West Africa Limited, to present to you people the new shipping line in Nigeria. The new shipping line is being unveiled by Clarion Shipping West African Limited for direct call of services from China to Nigeria for import and now from Nigeria to China for export. Why we are presenting to you people to support this service? Without you people supporting this service, they can never see the bright daylight. If you people can patronize foreign shipping lines, now it is our own, it is your own. And we are appealing that you people should give us a cooperation, just as we give you cooperation as well, to ensure that you do your importation, because you are going to have a very reasonable freight rate coming to Nigeria. When you get to Nigeria, for the, of course, we know you are giving to 1 day's free demurrage, we'll give you even more than that, and ensure that you do your clearing in Nigeria and in a terminal seamlessly and with the least cost. I've listened attentively to some of the challenges you people do have here, and I promise you that assuming your container should be in Canada, there is nobody that will auction it, because we'll step in to give you the notice to ensure that even while auctioning is going on, that you will get back your sweat. And somebody will ask, like all you powerful SARS will ask, why will I leave next line, leave the MSCGM, leave the multinational companies, come to deal with a small indigenous company? It is indigenous companies. Our capital will stop to fly out of Nigeria. Wow. And we will use it to develop Nigeria to give employment to our people. It is high time we come home. It is high time. People will say, what have I done with my job? I'm one of the people that believe in this country. That with all of us joining and putting our hands and resources and brain together, we have good men up here. Even when those people come to Nigeria, it is still our people that do this job. And more people they work but who do the job. So I think it is high time now for us to come home and patronize indigenous operators so that our money will remain in Nigeria and we'll use it to develop our countries and have good rules, have rights.
The meeting, attended by representatives from all six geopolitical zones, tackled funding challenges, leadership direction, and plans to reposition IMAN as a strong voice in Nigeria's trade sector. With rising concerns over inflation and supply chain disruptions, all eyes are now on the Nigeria Customs Service and the federal government to address importers' fears before industries and consumers bear the brunt. Rahane to Abu of Nagaf Cargo Watch.